आवाज़ नहीं आ रही, आवाज़ नहीं आ रही।
Welcome you to the Mubarak verse of our peer, Honorable and respected Hazarvi, Syed, Mahmood, Shah, Muhaddis, Hazarvi, Qadri, Aziz. Today I will be speaking on the importance of Bayat and the significance of abortion. My peer, Syed Muhaddis, Mahmood, Hanfi, Qadri, Qadri teaches us the importance of pledging allegiance to a peer. According to him, Bayat is a pledge to spiritual allegiance and totally surrender yourself to a spiritual master to guide you to Allah. The spiritual master is one who guides you on the path of Sharia and Tariqah is known as a peer, Murshid and Sheikh, and one who follows such a pious person is known as their Murid. Swearing the oath of allegiance upon the hands of a peer who is complete in all aspects of Sharia and Tariqah and devout in all aspects of his life is of utmost importance. It is one of the actions that have been passed down from the time of the beloved Prophet ﷺ till today.
Yeah, raise the face to little. Yeah.
About pledging bayt to a peer, Hazrat Ibn Abbas reports that Sayyidina Rasulullah ﷺ says, whoever dies and did not make an oath of allegiance to a Muslim leader has died at the death of jahiliyyah or ignorance. Requirements of a true righteous peer. Number 1, he must be a Sunni with correct beliefs and aqidah. Without this, he will endanger your iman and beliefs. He must be knowledgeable so that he is able to differentiate between forbidden and acceptable, halal and haram. He must not be a fasiq, as it is necessary to disrespect a fasiq and it is important to respect a peer. His spiritual lineage must be connected to the Holy Prophet, and otherwise he will not gain virtue from the top. Loyalty to your peer is of utmost importance, as there is none who is aware of the murid's state of mind and current situation as well as his or her peer. Once a murid of the great Sayyidina Yahya Manirvi was drowning, Sayyidina Khizr appeared and said to the murid, "Give me your hand and I will save you." The murid replied, "This hand has already been given in the hands of Sayyidina Yahya Manirvi, and since it belongs to him, I cannot give it to anyone else." Sayyidina Khizr then disappeared, and instantly Sayyidina Yahya Manirvi appeared and saved him. Tajdeed or renewal of bayt used to take place in the time of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. The benefits of pledging bayt. There are 2 types of bayt. One was bayt barakah. This is to initiate oneself of the barakah of joining a silsila, and this is the general idea of the reason of today's bayt. This should be done with good intention. If bayt is taken for mere worldly gain or any other reason than spiritual elevation, then such bayt is batil. Number 2 is bayt irada. This means to totally abolish one's desires and intentions and surrender oneself at hands of a guide or his true spiritual master. You must sincerely obey and execute all his orders and methods entrusted on you by him. Never take a step without his consent, even though some laws and orders may not suit or make sense to you. The Murshid's commands may cause great discomfort to you, and at such moments the murid must regard this as the interference of the cursed shaitan. Your every hardship and difficulty must be presented to him. In conclusion, the murid must totally hand himself over to the shaykh like a corpse in the hands of a person performing its last ghusl. This is also known as bayt salikin. Such bayt leads one to Allah. It was bayt salikin that was taken by the ashabs at the hands of the Holy Prophet ﷺ. Sayyidina Ubaidah bin Samat radiallahu ta'ala anhu states, "We had taken bayt at the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's following principles. We will await his command and execute it in times of every ease and difficulty, every form of ecstasy or displeasure. And when the Master commands us, we will never disobey or question him. The command of the Murshid is the command of Rasulullah ﷺ, and his command is the command of Allah, the All-Powerful, who nobody dares disobey. The Master's rights over the Murid, Huzur Hazrat Pir Sayyid Mahmood Shah Muhaddis Hazarvi wrote in Jami al-Khairat. A Murshid has many rights over his Murid. Huzur wrote in his famous book Jami al-Khairat, these rights are listed as follows. The Murid should live like a dead person in the hands of his Murshid. Believe that the pleasure and happiness of your Murshid is the pleasure and happiness of Allah. Believe that the rights of your Murshid are above all the awliya of Allah of that time. If you receive blessing from someone else, believe it was for the sake of your Murshid. Be willing to sacrifice your belongings, children, and life for the sake of your Murshid. If you see something in your Murshid which you think is against Sharia or a major sin, do not say anything in opposition and think to yourself that you have misunderstood. If you see someone flying in the air, do not give your hand in allegiance to them. Do not leave one spiritual master for another. Do not speak whilst in the presence of your murshid unless he has prompted you to. The murid should concentrate fully on his murshid with his eyes, ears, and his heart. Answer any question your murshid asks in a gentle and be silent quickly. Respect the clothes, seating place, children, house, and the local area and city of your murshid. Do not say why when told to do anything, but by your murshid, but rather give it priority. Do not sit in the place of your murshid in his absence. Do not marry the wife of your murshid after his death. If your murshid is alive, pray for his safety and well-being in abundance on a daily basis, and if he has passed away, send the reward of Fatiha and Durud Sharif on a daily basis. Be a friend of his friend and an enemy of his enemy. After Allah and His Messenger, believe the link between you and your murshid is higher than any other link. When this happens, you will get the help of Allah and His Messenger and the pious in the world and in this world and the next. However, it is important that the murshid meets the 4 conditions of Bayt as mentioned above. When this happens, the muri's good beliefs and his murshid will prove to be fruitful and guide him to the realm of truth and divine reality. Thank you, and Assalamu alaikum.
जज़ाकुमुल्लाह खैर। ये थे जनाब समीउल्लाह जो बैत के अहकामात और बैत के फ़वाइद पेश कर रहे थे। Now I will be request brother Hussain Shahid Jilani to explain something about the for that today course.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. MashaAllah, you gave a great speech. I think, inshallah, this is the future of Chicago. We have to make dua that more children, more youngsters start following their peers like you described, MashaAllah. So, give a small biography of Pir Sayyid Mahmood Shah Hazarvi. He was born in 1876. He lived to be 120 years old. And he had written 1,002 books in his lifetime, all on Islamic topics covering fiqh, tafsir, hadith. He has books on kalam. He, mashallah, has a complete catalog of every topic, mashallah. He belongs to the family of Imam Hussein. He descends from Imam Hussein, from it to Imam Zain al-Abidin, to Imam Bakr, to Imam Jafar Sadiq, to Imam Musa Kazim. Belongs to the Qadri family, mashallah. And he comes from a family of walis and family of scholars, an unbroken chain of walis and scholars. He was born a wali, and he became a scholar at a very young age. And his father gave him that in the Qadri Chishti Silsila. As he got older, he got involved and took a major role in the movement of Pakistan. And had a very important role that he played. That when we look at the story of Pakistan, we see a lot of the awliya. They got together. People like Allama Iqbal, Pir Ali Shah Sahib, Pir Jamaat Ali Shah Sahib, Pir Sayyid Mahmood Shah Sahib. They all a number of walis came together on this mission of Pakistan, and so. All of them, whenever I read a lot about the stories about the founding fathers of Pakistan, and this is a very favorite topic of mine, and I was very impressed and very surprised to find out his role, that, and he's the one who convinced in the Northwest Frontier Province region that to join the Pakistan movement. There was a peer over there that was his student, and he studied Quran with him, and he listened to his shaykh, and because of his direct involvement, Pathan regions and those regions came under the flag of Pakistan. And so then he also he would meet great individuals, he met with Mian Baksh and Pir Jamaat Ali Shah Sahib. Pir Jamaat Ali Shah Sahib gave him Khilafat and Qadri Naqshbandi Silsila. And I think his biggest karamat was when he went to Baghdad Sharif. So he went to Baghdad Sharif for 12 years. And in Baghdad Sharif, there is his biggest karamat that I came across was that he took that directly on the holy hands of Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani. Holy hand actually came and gave that, and the Sajjada Nashin was a witness to it in 1970. So, mashallah. And also one other great karamat, and I always judge walis by the work and undertakings that they were given. So one more great work that he had done was that there was a Qadiani named Mirza Tahir Qadiani, who was the fourth Khalifa of the Qadiani religion, and he saw him in Pakistan and he challenged him. And when he challenged him, he said he was reading Quran at that time, and he gave this question to him on the spot that how are you reading ayats of the Quran when you have to have iman? If you don't believe in the khatum nabuwwat, then how are you able to recite Quran? He could not give an answer to this. And it says the Quran is for believers, and so he could not give an answer. And he told him that you will not be able to stay in Pakistan, and you'll be kicked out of Pakistan if you don't give me this answer. So he was, this Karamat is documented and well known. That Mirza Tahir Qadiani, which is a very famous individual, in 1984, he left for UK and never was able to come back to Pakistan. Even Mirza went to UK to challenge him further, and he could not answer or give a response to Pir Muhyiddin Sahib. So I always take that walis do big works, and we see that he has done big works in regards to the Tehreek-e-Pakistan movement and also to defending against the Qadiani movement, which was a big fitna in the 1950s and onwards. So I find his works to be very, very moving. I've translated a few of his works. We have a publication actually that we have translated from his. He has documented 40 hadiths, 40 sayings that are why Sayyids are better than everyone else. And he put together a very good list. We put it together and we called it Ashraf al-Sadat, and inshallah we publish when Pir Muhyiddin Sahib comes, inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, brother Hussain Shahid Sahib. अब इंशाल्लाह मैं अपने दरमियान हज़रत तैयबी महमूदी कादरी साहब से गुजारिश करता हूँ कि तशरीफ़ लाएँ और अपने ख्यालात का इजहार करें। जनाब हज़रत तैयबी।
बंद